Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the top 16 teams in the Kyoto Championships that happened this weekend. We're going to be going through their gameplay all the way through to the finals. Hope you enjoy the video. Blue Purple Luffy, 8 numbers of them, surprise surprise. Then we got Green Purple Luffy, 3 of those. We have 2 and a surprise entry of Rayleighs. Obviously this is an OP12 format. Rayleighs, if those who don't know, is quite a low to the ground deck. Then we have 1 Nami, surprisingly this is the Mole Nami. Then we have 1 blue yellow Nami, which is not surprising to see, it's quite a strong deck. And then we have, of course, the undeniable, every set they try and nerf this deck, but it still stays alive, OP07 Lucci. So straight into the first match, we have Blue Purple Luffy. This is the top 16 now. For those who don't know what Blue Purple Luffy is when you have 8 or more Don, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, Straw Hat. So as for Rayleigh, we have, as per the rules of the deck, you can't play a card, I believe is over 5. And you can reveal 2 cards, event cards from your hand, and if you do that, your character with 4,000 power or less gains 2,000 power for that turn. So it's quite a low to the ground deck, very strong though and impactful, as we can see. To make a top 16, 2 of them is quite an impressive feat, especially in a meta dominated by purple Straw Hats. So let's see their starting hand. I'll enlarge this. Love the alt art of the Master Disciple set. Of course, the OP11 is where the West is at the moment, but that Master Disciple set, I think there's a few going to be exciting decks coming through OP12. Opening hand, okay. That's not a good starting hand for Blue Purple Luffy at all. That is not great. First of all, Kyros in a Blue Purple Luffy deck, that's interesting. Maybe it's a tech for the faster decks. Maybe also 7 Don, you can play it down and you can put the card back to the hand for your opponents. This is a great starting hand for Rayleigh. I think if he finds a Luffy, you will more than likely find a Luffy out of that Nami or the search event that he has. It's a very strong deck. I think if I had to choose a starting hand, Rayleigh's is definitely the best. I'll be in this format. I'm sure Blue Purple Luffy will want to be going second. Seems to be he's going first, so he passes a turn. 2 Don, he's probably going to play their Boa. What card is that? I can't even see. Sorry, this is a new it's the Boa Hancock. So obviously it's a new, and then he finds the Luffy. That's exactly what he wanted. So that Luffy is incredibly strong. For those who don't know, it buffs himself up by 2,000. It can minus a character by 3,000, and then it can get a Don from the Boa. So 7k into lead, he takes it. Again, he top decked a Bonclay, which is not too bad because on the next turn he can play a Bonclay, but he would ideally want to be having a ramp event before then. Reveals 2 event cards. So Luffy can bring a card with it. That buggy, like I said in my previous video, if you watch the PRB, it's going to be getting play a lot in this set. Extremely strong and cannot be KO'd by slash attack characters. And at a 3k, you can buff that to another 2k. It's a 5k swing at life. Obviously, this Luffy being a 6k leader, you're going to need a bit more of a buff. Seven at lead. What did he draw there? Can't really make out. 6 into lead. He's got is that another Nami? So he drew a Nami again. So he plays a Nami for 5, draws 3, and then you bottom deck 2. So he drew Usahachi. It looks like a Gangam Giant. And a 2k Sanji early on he drew. So you've got a Kyros, which you'll probably bottom deck, as it is a brick, and a Big Mom, it looks like. So you Big Mom the bottom deck to Big Mom to bottom deck to Big Mom, and then he kept the Sanji, the Usahachi, and the Gungam. And now he has a blocker Nami on board. Sanji extremely strong. Those that don't know, it's a 3k, and then it gets 3k on your turn. And if you KO, you draw a card. Reveals 2 event cards. The same 2 event cards that reveals every turn, not trying to give too much info to his opponent. As you can see, there's the effect, and add a 2k, sorry, and then add 1 Don to make it a 3k, so 6k swing into lead. Luffy's effect of adding 2000, swing into lead. Just slowly but surely, just keep swinging into, and it's perfect numbers because you can't counter out with 1k. So he's using a 2k, so you actually just netting more Don. Unbelievable start by this Rayleigh. The Luffy bringing the Sanji with it because it's 3000 power or less. Giving a 2k out. So now there's no counter at all. 7 Don. More than likely going to be played the Kairos. The Kairos is going to bounce one of these Luffys or probably a Sanji back into hand. He's going to be having to swing into board. So he swings into the buggy. Thankfully that Luffy is not a slat attack. It is. So Kairos comes down, probably going to bounce. What do you bounce it? You bounce the Sanji? Because the Luffy, if he plays it again, will just bring another character with it. It's like Jinbei on steroids. It's a red version of Jinbei. So he bounces the Luffy, opts for the Luffy because of maybe for the higher AP potential next turn. So he uses that event and it allows him to attach 1 Don to a Rayleigh character, and then allows him to search and draw a red character, which I believe he drew the Tony Chopper, but it's actually Nami. Sorry, it's Sanji, that's actually Nami. It's the exact same as the previous card, it's just an alt art. Not too sure if that is what that event does, but it looks like it's a give your opponent 3k, and if 7 or more on the field, you get another 1 extra k. Trigger is minus 5,000. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong, but for 2 Don, so it's basically a 4k. So he reveals 2 events, activates leader's effect, adds 3,000, so it's 6 into lead. So it's a 1k to get out. He takes it, please. Oh, it's another brick. Another brick. This could be the game right here. So that's 6, 7, 8k into lead. He's going to have to block. Luffy. Bringing in, so he reveals 2, brings another one, attaches a Don. Rayleigh swinging 7 into lead, he's going to have to take it. Well, this Luffy is in trouble. And now only next turn you can use leader ability, so what is the play here? I think he obviously has got to swing into board. Maybe play a Big Mom to get a life, or does he play a blocker? Probably play a blocker, keep a Don up for Gungam Giant, try and draw into counter. So KO, draw a card. So since that card's a 6k, there's actually only a 2k counter out. Katakuri leaves 1 Don up. As 1 Don rested, 1 Don is for the Gungam Giant. So that's probably the most effective play that he could have made. The reason why I said Nami is just maybe to draw some counter, because at the moment it's just brick. And you're going to want to be countering out of these cheap swings because they see 6 into lead, 6 into lead. So now he's forced to play a Gungam Giant. I would have maybe opted for a Nami and then left all that Don up and maybe got another 2 Gungam Giants or something, or a counter event. I know it's nice having a Katakuri on board, but wasn't much counter. But now he's got counter in hand. So 3k power, and because you got a 7k on board or more, it's 4k. Rayleigh event, attach 1 Don. So let's go 2 Don. And that is game. Rayleigh absolutely destroying blue purple Luffy. Too quick, too strong, low to the ground. Just does 6k, 6k, 6k. It's just more often. You can't do anything about it. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. That deck, the Rayleigh deck, is super powerful. I know thing is, it's difficult to judge because it's a match up for Rayleigh. But blue purple Luffy, you know how dominant it is. You can really see that 8 out of the top 16 is blue purple Luffy, and the fact that that Rayleigh deck just absolutely stormrolled it is something to be quite excited about. Is there another red deck that can replace maybe a marquee staple that Zoro has been? We'll see. OP12 is looking very, very exciting. Thank you. That was the end of the video. Enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, please support the live stream, official live stream. You can see at the bottom here, this is their YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. Bye.